Hey everybody, Joe Lowry, what a day, happy Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. That's right, we are approaching the eve of midweek. That's right, it's almost hump day. Today is September 12th, it's actually National Video Games Day. That's right, I'm sure for some millennials that day is celebrated all the time. But as we take a look at Hurricane Irma that's slowly fizzling out along the Mid-Atlantic and Ohio Valley, let's take a look at some of the numbers that this historic storm has brought us here. At least 37 people have died, including the storm from the Caribbean all the way up here. At least 10 in Cuba, 11 in the U.S., and so forth, Georgia, South Carolina. Right now, 15 million customers are still without power. And I'll tell you, 6.5 million Floridians are still under a mandatory voluntary evacuation. And actually, 25% of the Florida Keys have been destroyed. This is amazing. 200,000 people have sought shelters at over 585 shelters. 16,000 flights across the board canceled due to this storm. 2,100 FEMA on staff right now. 21,800 federal personnel are working in support or at least heading there as well as responding to this disaster. They say at least 10 days before the power will be destroyed down in Florida. President Trump flying in this coming Friday. No doubt this storm is approaching the $80 billion mark and will continue to rise as the damages keep unfolding. Again, the images coming out of the Florida Keys as well as Southern California are just simply astonishing. Moving on now. The Boston Red Sox, they kick off a 3-game series tonight at Fenway Park against the Oakland Athletics. Erod takes the hill tonight. The Sox are still ahead in the AL East by 3 games over the Yankees. Speaking of the Yankees, the Tampa Bay Rays played their home away from home game against the Yankees yesterday over at Citi Field, which if you some baseball fans know, that's home to the New York Mets. So while they wait out the remnants of Hurricane Irma, Tropicana Field in Tampa did actually survive. The Rays are expected to return home this weekend to host, that's right, the Boston Red Sox for the upcoming weekend series. And as mentioned previously, the Boston Bruins are opening up camp this week, training camp that is, but there seems to be one holdout for now, and that guy is forward David Pastrnak. That's right, couldn't get that out for some reason. Seems David Pastrnak and the Bruins have not come to terms on a new contract, and if any indication holds out on this horizon, would prove more evident yesterday at the Boston Bruins charity golf fundraiser where he was a no-show. No word coming out of the offices of Cam Neely or Don Sweeney on what the status will be come opening day training camp, but for now, David Pastrnak is not on board with the Bruins. Moving on to Hollywood now. There's no sure things in Hollywood, but a modestly budgeted horror movie comes pretty darn close. That's right, this weekend, that thing took new heights to the thing as Stephen King's It shattered record books all over the place at a $123.4 million debut. Until the movie It, no horror movie had ever even opened at $55 million, let alone $100 million. It had a cast of virtually no movie stars. It cost $35 million to produce, on the high end for a modern movie, but minuscule compared to a standard superhero budget, which generally costs over $100 million, and they often run north of $250 million. You know, Forbes editor Scott Middleton said if It made $120 million, that would have been a huge hit. Needless to say, they blew it apart. There's already a sequel in the works. It focuses on the children of Derry, Maine. While part 2 is expected to be the third quarter of 2019, will focus on the adults. As always, stay tuned. It's I Hate Clowns, too. Well, a new report from AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety found that 88% of young millennials engage at least in some sort of risky behavior behind the wheel, whether it's running a red light, texting, or just going through a stop sign. I guess these reports are coming out now that over the last year, 35,000 U.S. tragic deaths. It's a 7% rise. Look at some of these numbers I'm going to tell you right now. These percentages of drivers who are engaging in speeding, red light running, or texting behind the wheel in the past 30 days, these are people that actually admitted to this. Drivers ages 19 to 24, 88.4% admitted to speeding, texting, or running red lights. Drivers aged 25 to 39, 79.2%. Drivers ages 40 to 59, 75.2%. Of course, that trickles down. Drivers age 60 to 74, 6%. This is no joke, folks. Texting and driving, running red lights, risking games with your life is just incomprehensible. Just don't do it, folks. Do not text and drive. Please, I beg of you. Well, as expected, Apple introduced its newest iPhone today as CEO Tim Cook called it the iPhone X. The new iPhone X kills the home button to make space for a larger screen. It has an edge-to-edge display, glass on the front and back, a surgical-grade stainless steel around the edges. It's water and dust-resistant. The 5.8 LED display isn't just bigger. It also packs 458 pixels per punch. That's right, per inch. Apple calls it a Super Retina display. It supports HDR, has a 1,000,000-to-1 contrast ration, and improved color accuracy. The loss of the home button means no more fingerprint sensor. That's right, folks. To unlock your phone, you got to use your face. With a new state-of-the-art technology called Face ID, a front-facing camera and sensors create a map of your face to determine if you are the actual phone's proper owner. It uses a floodlight to work in the dark. I would hope so. Apple said face detection is more secure than fingerprints. Get a load of this. The company said that more than 50,000 chance of a random person being able to open your phone with your fingerprint, but those chances dropped to 1 in 1 million with face detection. That's pretty cool. Actually, the iPhone 8 device is a powerful Pack 2. They're faster, sturdier, better at snapping photos. Here's the best part. It features wireless charging. This is interesting, folks. The charging is based on QI wireless charging, which Apple thinks will be available at all coffee shop stores and airports nationwide around the world. It means people could potentially juice up wherever they go, which is great. The iPhone 8 smartphones, which come with an aluminum band around the edges, will be available in 3 colors: space gray, gold, and silver. The iPhone 8 will start at $699, while the iPhone 8 Plus at $799. That is for the 64-gigabyte models. Pre-sale starts this Friday, September 15th, with shipment sending out next week on the 22nd. Analysts predict this will make Apple the very first company, get a load of this, folks, to be worth over $1 trillion. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, ever since news surfaced that Amazon is looking for a city to build its largest headquarters in the world, cities from coast to coast are petitioning their desire to be that one location for Amazon. And why not? With Amazon coming to your town, not only provides jobs and futures, but also provides a beautiful tax relief. Now it appears they have compiled a list of desirable places, and that list of 8 cities came out today. And you guessed it, Boston, Mass made that list. The other 7 cities range from Toronto, Atlanta, Pittsburgh, Dallas, Austin, and San Jose. What shocks me is that only one West Coast city, San Jose, made the list. Interesting. I can't believe this. You would think with the likes of Google and Apple out on the West Coast, there would be more interest, but no siree. Only time will tell where Amazon does go. Now get a little of this. All this crisis going on in North Korea. Jocko Willenick, he's a former U.S. Navy SEAL, sent out a tweet the other day to actually how to combat the North Korean crisis. He gave an unexpected answer that one expert said that just might work. His proposal didn't involve any covert operations, airstrikes, or military moves of any kind. Instead of bombs, Willing suggested that the U.S. drop iPhones. That's right. Drop about 25 million iPhones on them and put satellites over them with free Wi-Fi. And while the proposal itself is fantastical and far-fetched, Yoon Sun, an expert on North Korea at the Stimson Center, says that core concept could work. And why is that? Because Kim Jong-un understands that as soon as society is open and the North Korean people find out what they're missing, they'll be unsustainable. Kim Jong-un's regime will just go down the tubes. It's going to be overthrown. But we all know that's not going to happen. And for this reason, North Korea would strongly oppose any measures such as Willing's suggestion. To me, it was a great idea. Somewhat, I'm sure the dollar figure put on it would not amount to the risk involved. So the only other option in this case would, to me, just annihilate North Korea. What do you say, huh, folks? Finally, tonight, don't forget, next Tuesday, September 19th, is preliminary voting day. That's right, this is your chance to cast your ballot. And who would you like to have become mayor of the beautiful city of Brockton? Currently, there are 6 people, including the mayor himself, on the ballot for this preliminary election. But the one person who seems to stand out right now is Joanne M. Cody. That's right, she's 4th on the ballot. You can check out Joanne Cody for Mayor Brockton via Facebook. Check her out. You can see her bio, see what she's all about. Don't forget, folks, next Tuesday, September 19th, vote. Every vote counts. And while you're there, visit www.youtube.com/Joe Lowry. What a day. I need subscribers. I told everybody it's free. It's free. It's free. Come on, folks. I need you now. Happy Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, whatever you're eating tonight. I'm Joe Lowry. What a day.